All right, math answers are up. Let's get correcting. Remember, if you have a question, you can shout it out or put it in the chats. All my answers are on the screen, so if you can't see it, you might need to adjust your Zoom window.
Could you go downward?
Hold on, I can't hear. Someone asked a question. I guess I got to stop my music. All right, what was that question?
Could you move the paper?
They're all on there. You should be able to see all of them on the screen. If not, you might need to adjust your window.
No, it's just I couldn't see the bottom one because you kind of cut it off a bit.
Any questions?
Can you stay on it for on the page for a little longer? Or like
I can't hear you very well, Ashlyn. You want to try it again?
Can you stay on the page for a little longer, or for like 1
Yep.
minute?
I'll stay there for another minute. And then also, I think I might have already uploaded these to Otis, but I'll get the answers put in Otis.
Okay, I'm finished.
All right, got one more person popping in. I'll flip the page. Here we go, backside. I know that I don't have stretch your thinking done. I'm going to show it to you guys in just a minute. Go ahead and correct 1 through 18, and then we'll talk about stretch your thinking.
On number 1, wouldn't 3/7 be greater?
You're right, it is.
The same with number 2. Wouldn't 1/6 be greater too?
Yep.
After I saw you doing those wrong, I thought then we were supposed to do the exact opposite.
How did I do on the rest of them? Did I get them right?
I think so.
Whew. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 19. So 4 different mixed decimals, so that means it has a decimal and a whole number, that equal 11 whole. So they need to add it to 11. So for example, if I had like 3 and 12 hundredths plus 4 and 51 hundredths plus 1 and 5 hundredths plus 2 and 32 hundredths, if I add all those up, it's going to equal 11. So they just wanted you to think of 4 decimals that have a decimal and a whole number that when you add them up, they equal 11. Okay? And then they wanted you to draw a picture that shows you're correct. So to do my picture, I would start with my wholes. So I have 3 wholes for this one. I'm going to come back and pick up my decimals in a minute. I have 4 wholes in my second number. I have 1, and then I have 2. And those you can color in if you want to show that they're full. You don't have to. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm up to 10, but I still have to get to 11. So that's where, and I'm going to make this one bigger because I'm going to break this one into its 100 pieces. Because this one's going to pick up the rest of those decimals from all 4 of my numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So my first one had 12 hundredths. So I'm going to color in my 12 hundredths, which is 1 whole row plus 2 more. So this is my 3 and 12 hundredths. My next one was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 51 hundredths. And since it's 51, I'm going to start from this side and get my 51 in there. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 1 more, right? 4 and 51 hundredths. My next one is 1 and 5 hundredths. So I have my 1 right there. I need 5 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my last one is 2 and 32 hundredths. So now I need to color in 32. So let's see, I've got 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That whole one is filled in. So I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 holes. Okay? So yours could be any different mixed numbers from what I had, but 4 mixed numbers, mixed decimals, I should say, that add up to 11. Okay, 4 mixed decimals that add up to 11. And this is how you would draw your picture to show that. Any questions on that one? All right, looks like we're good. I don't see any questions on that. Let's move on to our next lesson, lesson 2.6. This is the one, remember last week how I was doing the wrong puzzle penguin? Well, so our puzzle penguin is already done, right? He subtracted wrong. He didn't borrow correctly and regroup correctly when he was solving it, okay? Let's take a look at some of these first problems down below. Same exact rules as when we're adding with our decimals, we use when we're subtracting. The main thing, you just have to make sure that your decimal points are all in a row, okay? That is the most important thing, that you are lining up those decimal points. After those decimal points are lined up, you add or subtract just like normal. So 5 take away 2 is 3. 7 take away 8, I can't do, so I have to borrow. 17 take away 8 is 9. 7 take away 9, I can't do, I have to borrow again. 17 take away 9 is 8. 5 take away 5 is 0. 1 take away nothing is 1. 108 and 93 hundredths. Okay. You guys make sure you're doing these with me. Let's look at the next one. Oh, I don't like how they wrote number 4. That wasn't very smart of them. Let's look at number 3 though. 1, I can't take 4 away from 1, so I have to borrow. My 1's going to become an 11. There's nothing to borrow there. I got to come all the way back to my 2. 2 becomes a 1, 0 becomes a 9. 11 take away 4 is 7. 9 take away 0 is 9. Bring that decimal straight down. 1 take away 8. Nope, can't do it. Have to borrow. 11 take away 8 is 3. 1 take away 8. Can't do again. 11 or take away 4. 11 take away 4 is 7. 1 take away nothing is 1. 6 take away nothing is 6. 6,173 and 97 hundredths. Now, why did I say I don't like how this one is written? Can anybody tell what I don't like about how they put that one on there?
The decimals
The
aren't.
decimal isn't lined up.
Yes, they're trying to trick you. I don't like that. I'm going to rewrite it with my decimals lined up. Okay? I can fill this spot in with a 0. 9 take away 0 is 9. 0 take away 7, I can't do. I have to borrow. 10 take away 7 is 3. Don't forget to still bring that decimal down, even though you have a 0 in front of your decimal. Okay? I'm going to show you guys one other one. I'm going to show you number 7. Because when I look at number 7, I have 37,000 minus 2 73 hundredths. Well, 37,000, that's a comma. That's not a decimal. Where is my decimal on 37,000?
It's
Not
at the
a
end.
Behind the zeros.
Yeah, it's at the end, right? The decimal comes to the right of the ones place. So if this 0 is in my ones place, that means the decimal is really hiding right there. So if I were to write this out so I could subtract and line everything up correctly, my decimals would both be right there. So it'd look like that. Now, can I take this 73 away from nothing? No, I've got to fill in those spaces above with some zeros. Because now I'm going to have to borrow, right? This is going to become a 10. I've got to borrow all the way back to there. 6, 9, 9, 9, 9. 10 take away 3 is 7. 9 take away 7 is 2. Bring down that decimal point. 9 take away 2 is 7. And then I've got 9, 9, 6, 3. Okay, subtracting just like normal. We've been subtracting big numbers like this for a couple years. The only thing we're adding to it now is that decimal and making sure we're lining up our decimals. Okay, I am going to have you keep practicing these and on to the next page, but I'm going to put you guys in breakout rooms and you're going to work in your breakout rooms. Here's what I hope to see when I come to your breakout rooms, kind of what I expect to see. I expect to see that everybody in the breakout room is unmuted, and I really hope to see that cameras are on. Okay, you guys don't get to spend time in small groups very often, so I want you to take advantage of this time in your small groups. I expect to hear you guys talking about the problems. You're not all individually just doing them on your own, the whole pages, and then you're finished and you haven't talked to your group at all. You can solve a problem and then say, okay, what'd you get for number 6? What'd you get? What'd you get? And then share your answers. But you need to be talking to each other as you're working on them, okay? I also do not want to see, okay, Sam, you do number 5, Billy, you do number 6, and I'll do number 8. That's not okay either. Everybody needs to do the work for all the problems. Okay, so give me a minute here. Are there any questions?